The calendar reads the third day of the month. Margaret, who is 72 years old, walks slowly toward her mailbox the same way she does each and every morning. But on this particular day, a thick white envelope is sitting inside, waiting. The return address reads Social Security Administration. Her fingers start trembling before the envelope is even opened. She settles into a chair at her kitchen table. She reads only the very first sentence, and in that instant, her heart simply stops. You have received an overpayment totaling $18,400. We will begin withholding 100% of your monthly benefit until this debt is fully repaid. 100%. Her whole check vanished. Her thoughts raced toward her rent, her prescriptions, the power bill, the groceries she had just placed in the refrigerator, and the most painful part of all, she had done absolutely nothing wrong. If you happen to be a senior currently relying on Social Security, a letter just like this one could land on your doorstep next week, and the actions you take inside the first 90 days will decide whether your check stays safe or disappears entirely. So please stay right where you are. Watch this all the way through to the end. Hello there, my friend. My name is Edward. For many years now, I have been guiding retirees just like yourself through the fine print that the government simply does not bother explaining on the evening news. I study the official documents carefully so that you never have to. And today, I will walk you through, one step at a time, exactly what the Social Security Administration is doing this year in 2026. I will reveal the official rule, the precise forms that shield you, and the 90-day window that has the power to save your monthly check. But here is something I really need you to promise me. Stick with me all the way to the end of this video, because there is one hidden error, an error nearly every senior commits the moment this letter arrives. And that one error alone can cost you tens of thousands of dollars and even your Medicare coverage. I will share that error with you near the very end. So please stay with me. Let me begin by sharing the story of a gentleman named Robert. Robert is 67 years of age. He stepped into retirement 3 years back from a position he had held for 31 years. He worked diligently. He paid his taxes faithfully. He followed every rule. When the time came to file for Social Security, he handled everything correctly. He stopped by the local office in person. He gathered all his paperwork. He even phoned them twice just to confirm that his payment amount was accurate. For 2.5 years afterward, Robert received his monthly check of $2,180 like clockwork. He used those funds to cover his mortgage, his car insurance, and to lend a hand to his daughter with her college loan payments. Then, on one quiet Tuesday morning in March, a letter showed up. The Social Security Administration notified Robert that, due to an internal calculation mistake committed by their own office back in 2022, he had received $12,600 too much across a span of 20 months. Robert was completely stunned. He had done nothing wrong at all. The error belonged to them. So Robert did precisely what most seniors do. He picked up his phone, dialed the 1-800 number, and spent 40 long minutes explaining his situation to a representative. The representative was very polite. She said, "Please don't worry, sir. I've placed a note in your file." Robert hung up the phone, feeling relieved. He believed the whole matter had been resolved. 3 months later, on the very first of the month, Robert opened his bank account. His Social Security deposit was not there. He phoned the bank. The bank confirmed no payment had been sent. He phoned Social Security. And that is the moment he discovered the truth. A phone call is not considered a legal request. Robert had never submitted Form SSA-632, the official waiver document. He had never submitted Form SSA-561, the official appeal document. And since 90 days had now slipped past the notice date, the withholding had started, completely automatically. Robert's entire check gone. For several months in a row, His mortgage payment bounced, his car insurance was canceled, and since his Medicare Part B premium could no longer be pulled from a check that had ceased to exist, he received a second letter. This one informing him that his Medicare coverage was now in danger of being canceled. One tiny mistake, a phone call rather than a submitted form. That, my friend, is the Robert trap. And today I am going to make absolutely certain that this never becomes your story. Let me walk you through exactly what is unfolding, taken straight from the official Social Security Administration paperwork. On March 7, 2025, the Social Security Administration published an official press release. Its title was Social Security to Reinstate Overpayment Recovery Rate. Inside that press release, the agency revealed that it would raise the default overpayment withholding rate up to 100% of a recipient's monthly check. This new rate began affecting all newly discovered overpayments identified on or after March 27, 2025. The SSA's own Office of the Chief Actuary projected that this change would bring in roughly $7 billion over the coming decade. $7 billion, much of which would come directly out of the monthly checks of retirees just like you and me. Now here comes some good news, and I really want you to listen to this part carefully. On April 25, 2025, following a wave of public outcry and intense pressure from Congress and from AARP, the Social Security Administration sent out an emergency internal message to all its employees. The default withholding rate was reduced from 100% down to 50% for retirement, survivor, family, and Social Security disability insurance benefits. So as we stand today in 2026, if an overpayment notice arrives in your mailbox, the default withholding stands at 50% of your monthly check, not 10%, not 100% in the majority of cases. 50%, half of your check, gone automatically unless you take action. But please pay close attention here. The 100% withholding still applies in situations where SSA categorizes the overpayment as fraud. This appears in SSA's own fiscal year 2025 financial report. So if SSA tags your overpayment as fraud, even by an honest mistake, they retain the power to withhold your entire check. Now let me share with you why this happens to good, honest people. According to the SSA's own Office of the Inspector General, the agency distributes roughly $1.4 trillion every single year to approximately 73 million Americans. Improper payments make up less than 1% of total payments. That sounds quite small, but 1% of $1.4 trillion still equals billions of dollars, and the agency is legally obligated to attempt to recover that money even when they are the ones who caused the error. Here is the single most important point I want you to truly understand today. The very moment that overpayment notice is dated, a 90-day clock begins ticking. If you fail to submit the proper paperwork inside that 90-day window, withholding kicks in automatically. There is no second warning, no follow-up phone call, no friendly reminder in the mail. Your check is simply cut, or in fraud-related cases, taken in full. Now let me show you the 3 legal protections every senior has the full right to use. Protection number 1, Form SSA-561, Request for Reconsideration. This serves as your official appeal. You file this form when you believe the overpayment determination itself is incorrect or the dollar amount is incorrect. The instant this form is submitted, SSA is legally required to pause collection while your appeal is under review. This is stated directly in SSA's own March 7, 2025 press release. Protection number 2, Form SSA-632-BK, Request for Waiver of Overpayment Recovery. This is the most powerful form available. You file this one when you accept that the overpayment did happen, but you make 2 specific arguments. Number 1, it was not your fault. And number 2, you cannot afford to repay it, or repayment would simply be unfair. If both conditions are satisfied, SSA has the authority to erase the debt entirely. And here is something the majority of seniors are unaware of. If your overpayment totals $1,000 or less and you are not at fault, you can request a waiver just by phoning 1-800-772-1213. The lengthy form is not even required. This information comes directly from SSA publication EN-05-10098. Protection number 3, Form SSA-634, Request for Change in Overpayment Recovery Rate. You file this one when you accept that you owe the money, but you simply cannot survive on half of your monthly check. This form lets you arrange a smaller monthly withholding amount, sometimes going as low as $10 or $25 each month. 3 forms, 3 protections, 1 90-day window. And now, here arrives the hidden mistake I promised to share with you back at the start of this video. The hidden mistake is this: a phone call is not considered a legal request. I will say that again because it is the single most important sentence in this entire video. A phone call placed to Social Security does not pause the 90-day clock. Only a properly submitted written form has that power. The friendly representative on the other end of the line can be sympathetic. She can drop a note inside your file, but unless Form SSA-561, SSA-632-BK, or SSA-634 has actually been received and processed in writing, the clock continues ticking forward. And on day 91, your check is reduced. This was the mistake Robert made. This is the mistake thousands of seniors are still making right now in 2026. Please do not become one of them. Now let me share with you 3 precise, easy-to-follow steps you can take today to keep yourself protected. Step 1. Check your Social Security status right away. Visit SSA.gov and sign into your My Social Security account today. Please do not delay. Search for any notices, any messages, any pending letters at all. If you find a notice you were not aware of, the 90-day clock may already be ticking in the background. Check it right now while you still have the time to act. Step 2. If a notice arrives, submit the correct form in writing, inside 90 days. Please do not, and I repeat, do not, depend on a phone call by itself. If the overpayment claim is wrong, submit Form SSA-561. If it was not your fault and you cannot afford to repay, submit Form SSA-632-BK. If you do owe it but require a smaller monthly deduction, submit Form SSA-634. All 3 forms are available for free download at ssa.gov/forms. Mail them using certified mail. Hold onto the receipt. That receipt becomes your legal evidence. Step 3. Maintain a complete paper trail. Save every letter Social Security has ever mailed to you. Save your bank statements showing every monthly deposit. Save copies of every form you submit and every certified mail receipt. If you ever find yourself fighting a clawback in front of an administrative law judge, those documents will be the difference between keeping your check and losing it forever. Buy a simple folder, label it clearly, treat it like it is made of gold, because in truth it is. 3 steps. Check your account, submit the right form on paper, save every document. That, my friend, is how you protect your retirement. My friend, I want to be straightforward with you before we close this out. YouTube does not always deliver my videos to you. At times, the algorithm buries them. At times, notifications never make it through to your phone. And whenever the Social Security Administration changes a rule, as they did 3 separate times in 1 single year, you may not hear about it until the damage is already done. That is exactly why I built a place where seniors just like you can receive real-time alerts the very moment a rule shifts. Please click the link in the description right below this video and join the Global Senior Alerts official WhatsApp channel. It is completely free to join. The instant you sign up, you will receive my free Senior Benefits Protection Guide, a straightforward PDF listing every form, every phone number, every deadline you need to safeguard your Social Security, your Medicare, your pension, your bank accounts, and even your airport travel rights. And anytime the government changes a rule that touches retirees, you will get a soft alert sent straight to your phone, long before it ever reaches the news. Please don't put this off. Margaret didn't know this rule existed until the letter showed up. Robert didn't know a phone call would not be enough until his check vanished. Please don't let yourself be next. Click the link, join the channel, download the free guide, safeguard your retirement. My name is Edward. Thank you for trusting me with your time today. And please, take wonderful care of yourself out there, because no one else is going to safeguard your retirement except you. I will see you again in the next one.